Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call the West Covina City Council meeting to order. We will first start with an invocation by Pastor Mason Akubu of the Emmanuel First Lutheran Church. That'll be followed by our Pledge of Allegiance from Councilmember Mike Toohey. Please rise.
Thank you, Mayor, Council members. As part of our invocation and prayer tonight, I would ask that we will observe a few moments of silence for those who are the families and the people who are suffering because of the shooting over at Newton, Connecticut. Let us bow our heads. Father in heaven, we thank you for your many blessings, the blessings of your Son, Jesus Christ, whose birth we celebrate this Christmas. Lord, we ask for your blessings upon those who are suffering because of the shooting in Newton, Connecticut. We ask that you be with the families, grant them comfort. We also thank you for the service which Councilman Toohey has rendered to this city and ask for your continued blessings upon him as he serves at the water board. Father in heaven, we ask for wisdom as we continue to work on the city council topics. We ask your blessings upon each of us. Grant us wisdom that we might be able to guide your people here. We thank you for all these things in your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. City Clerk, roll call.
Mayor Sanderson. Mayor Pro Tem Herford.
Here.
Councilmember Sotelo.
Here.
Councilmember Sykes.
Here.
Councilmember Toohey.
Here.
Mayor Sanderson tonight has a Christmas play for her son, and she'll be joining us hopefully within the hour, but it was an important family event, and she apologizes she couldn't be here, but she will be here late. Report out of closed session. City Attorney.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. The record should reflect that the City Council and the successor agency convened this evening for special meetings for closed session. That prior to recessing into closed session, the items that were listed on the agenda were announced for discussion. And that also further that Mayor and Chairperson Sanderson was not present in closed session. And the following is my report. I'll first deal with the successor agency. There were two items, one under conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. On that matter, the successor agency received a briefing from special counsel and discussed this matter, but there was no final action taken, and there is nothing to report at this time. Under conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, one matter was discussed with the successor agency. There was no final action taken, however, on that matter, and there's nothing further to report. Moving on to the City Council special meeting. Again, there were several matters under conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, the City of West Covina and the City of West Covina Community Development Commission versus House on Imports and related cross complaints and cases. Also there, the City Council received a briefing from special counsel, but there was no action taken on that matter. Nothing to report. Under conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, this is the West Covina Police Officers Association for City of West Covina. Direction was provided to the City Attorney's Office to contact counsel for the West Covina Police Officers Association for further discussion and attempt for resolution of this matter. However, there also was authorization to defend this lawsuit in case this matter is not resolved. That's unanimous direction from the City Council. Public employment matter was not discussed during the first session of the closed session, and will be discussed later on in the evening. Conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, the Gomez versus City of West Covina. Direction was provided with respect to this matter. There was no final action taken, however, and there's nothing further to report. That concludes my reports from closed session. It is appropriate to continue with the open portion of the meeting.
Thank you, City Attorney. City Manager, any changes to the agenda?
I had no changes to the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special City Council meeting tonight. We will be honoring a colleague who will be leaving the council after numerous years. At this time, I'm going to deviate a little bit from our plan, and once the speaker speaks, I'll go into how we're going to, the meeting will play out tonight. But first, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor from the City of Covina, Kevin Stapleton, who has a presentation to make.
Thank you very much, Mayor Pro Tem Herford. I appreciate you taking me out of sequence. So you know, I have a meeting going on. I'm supposed to bring the gavel down at 7:30, so I made a special trip over here. On behalf of my colleagues and myself, Mike, it's been a joy to work with you over the years. It's always nice to be able to strike a friendship with somebody and then also work together to accomplish goals that are good for the region. So on behalf of my city and my city council, we want to congratulate you on your election to the San Gabriel Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District. And also thank you for your years of service on the council. I know we're going to continue to see you from time to time. Don't be such a stranger now that you're free of the fines of being our neighbor. You can come by and visit more often. Certificate. Handshake.
That says it's on.
Thank you, Mayor Stapleton. We have a lot of dignitaries here tonight that are going to do similar type of presentations for Councilmember Toohey. The way we will organize this is we're going to do a couple more presentations for our assemblyman, new assemblyman in West Covina, and also a great athlete in our city. And then we will go into the presentations, and we'll follow that with oral communications, public comments, and then we'll get into the city's business. So with that being said, let me come forward, and you have a presentation to do. Could I have Alexis Valenzuela please come forward? Alexis is a senior at West Covina High School. She is being recognized for her amazing accomplishments as a tennis player. I'm going to read a little speech here that the tennis coach, Mr. Mark McConnell, gave to us. This is Mark's words. I first saw Alexis practicing tennis with her father at our West Covina High School courts when she was about 8 years old. I told our varsity girls she is going to be a special player. Will she be coming to West Covina High School? I asked her father, and the rest is history. Alexis is a special person. She has great work ethics and is very dedicated to her sport. She is also very humble in victory and gracious in defeat, which rarely happens. She started practicing and competing in tennis at a very young age. Developing her skills over the last 4 years, Alexis has earned many accolades in her high school career. She is a 4-time MVP, a 4-time first-team All-San Antonio and Hacienda League, 4-time CIF qualifier in singles, scholar athlete All-League team with a 3.6 GPA, 3-time final round of 16 Seal Beach Tennis Center, Player of the Year for the San Gabriel Valley out of the best 228 players each year from over 500 high schools in all CIF divisions. Her singles records in the high school include 3 consecutive seasons of undefeated play in league with a record of 108 wins and no losses. Only 1 set lost in 4 years in league and close to 300 sets won in 4 years. These are amazing accomplishments in the sport of tennis. Alexa now moves on to the next chapter in her tennis career with a full ride to California State University Fullerton, which is a Division I school in the Big West Conference. Alexa will be in the nursing program. And on behalf of the city of West Covina, we wish to congratulate. That's an incredible athletic career. I'm going to have Alexa say a few words.
I'd like to thank my parents for believing me and supporting me during my tennis journey. Also, my sisters Taylor and Paige for supporting me and being there at every single match. I'd also like to thank my grandma for always being there and cheering me on. I also like to thank my aunts and uncles who have been there for me since I was 7 years old. I'd like to thank Coach McConville and his wife, Kathy, who have continually supported me and encouraged me to believe in myself. I really appreciate all the love and support you've given me the last 4 years. Finally, I'd like to thank the City of West Covina for honoring me. West Covina is my home, and I'm proud to represent this city and my school. Thank you very much, Mayor Tui and council members. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me and the youth in the community all these years. Thank you.
You want to say a few words? Mike was the one that asked that this be agendized, and I think he's a personal friend of Alexis.
I just wanted to recognize you for your accomplishment. Obviously, you're one of the greatest tennis players ever to come out of the San Gabriel Valley, and I think it's a testament to your mother and father, what they did for you, and for you supporting them. I've known your father for many, many, many years, back when he had hair, and even though he has a lot more hair than me, so I shouldn't talk. But congratulations on your new endeavors at Cal State Fullerton, and I hope you have great success in your tennis career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Alexis. Okay, next we have a tile presentation, and there's a tile right there. As a result of the 2010 census, the boundaries for elected officials that represent the city of West Covina at the county, state, and federal levels changed. 2 state assemblymen now represent West Covina and Sacramento. And at this time, I would like to call forward Assemblyman Kurt Hagman, who now represents West Covina, and present him with the city tile. Kurt? Sometimes when boundaries change, we don't realize it until you go into the polling booth. And a lot of people in West Covina that live in the South Hills area and the south side of the city are now represented by Kurt. And Kurt has done a tremendous job for his constituents, and we look forward to many years. Kurt, would you like to say a few words?
Well, I'm very honored to represent part of West Covina. I'm on my 3rd term, so I have 2 more years at least at this position. I've currently serve as the Republican floor leader, so you're represented by both sides of the aisle now in the great city of West Covina, and as well as I come from local government. And hopefully with 2 of us, we won't do as much damage as we do collectively as the state. But look forward to serving West Covina residents.
Got it? Okay, great.
Hang this proudly in the offices.
Great, thank you. Okay, we're good. Did you leave the script up there? Could you bring that up here? Thank you. We're going to move on to, as I said, this is somewhat of a special meeting tonight with Mayor Tui leaving the council. So we have a lot of presentations to make. So as I call you forward, please come forward, and Mayor Tui or Councilmember Tui, if you'll join the representatives at the podium. We'll start with first our California State Assemblyman, Kurt Hagman.
Hey, Mike.
Well, we have a
Hello, Mike. We have, take us a note here in the state, we do have a presentation from the state legislature with a couple names on it. So I was going to ask the representatives from Dr. Ed's office and You want to come up for Senator Huff or anybody else, or are we going to do your own? Okay. It's been a pleasure. I've known Mike for a long time, even though I haven't represented the city of West Covina. We've worked on many things together, and I know you serve your constituents very well. And you're not leaving public service, it's just a different title. And on behalf of the California Legislature and the California State Assembly, we'd like to give you this nice resolution to add to your trophy wall. I'm sure you have lots of certificates by now. We are conserving. We have 2 signatures. We're not wasting taxpayers' dollars having 2 of them at this point, hopefully. But no, we really appreciate all your public service to the residents of West Covina and look forward to more regional things for yourself here. So congratulations.
Thank you, Kurt.
And on behalf of Senator Hernandez, we look forward to working with you and also with Brian Uris and Tony Fellows on the water board. So best wishes and on your future endeavors.
Thank you. My head. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, next, if we could have Field Representative Brian Urias from Office of United States Congresswoman Judy Chu, please.
Mayor Tui, Brian Urias, I'm Deputy District Director for Congresswoman Judy Chu, but I also have another hat that Councilmember Tui will soon be able to work with me. I'm also the President of the Board of Directors for the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District, the board that Mike was elected to, and also asked my colleague, Dr. Anthony Fellow, to come up with me, just to say, you know, you're leaving the city of West Covina. You really aren't, because you're going to go to a more regional. You're going to be representing West Covina, but also the city of Covina and various other cities in your division. And we're ecstatic to welcome you. We're definitely looking forward to having you on the board and to have you as a partner. Now, to switch hats, Congresswoman Judy Chu also wanted me to just come here and commemorate you and recognize you for your work. She had a great relationship since she got elected to Congress. She wanted me to present a certificate in recognition of your high standards of excellence and outstanding achievements. Your service and dedication to the city of West Covina has been truly appreciated. Your years of service as mayor and council member have made a long-lasting and positive impact on the city. Congratulations on your election and best of luck with your future endeavors. I want to ask...
Can I just say, I enjoyed working with you when I was a council member of the city of El Monte, which was you've been here a long time. How many years? 16 and a half. And I look forward to working with you now and enjoyed going to conferences with you then. And we'll do more of that. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry, David. Field Representative David Monroy of Office of California State Senator Bob Huff.
Nice to see you. Very good. Well, it's an honor to be here tonight on behalf of State Senator Bob Huff. And as it was stated earlier, with the redistricting and, of course, the recent election, Senate districts have changed. We share the similar lines of Assemblymember Kurt Hagman on the Senate side. Of that portion of West Covina that we represent. So I'm here, of course, today to say hello to everyone, but also to say thank you and farewell to Councilmember Tui for his dedicated service to the city of West Covina, and wish you all the best as you move forward on the Water District. And so I present the certificate of recognition from the California State Senate.
Thank you. Mayor Dan Holloway from the city of La Puente.
Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. Mike, congratulations on your recent victory and your new position on the Upper San Gabriel Valley Water District. I want to thank you for all your years of service to the city of West Covina and its residents. I'd also like to thank you for your volunteer service in my city. I know that you've come out many years to work at Thanksgiving time, providing dinners at the First United Methodist Church. You've been in our Christmas parade. And there's just there's two items I'd like to point out. One, Mike is a native son of the city of La Puente. He was born in La Puente, and we take pride in that. And I'll just quickly mention the first time I saw Mike, when I was elected 4 years ago, I went to the new mayor's conference up in Sacramento. And I'm in the lobby. Here comes Mike. Flip-flops, shorts, and a shirt that said, "Da Mayor." And that, so he'll always be the mayor to me. Congratulations. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Interesting fact, too. I think, Mike, you were the last baby born at the La Puente Hospital. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I closed it down. Thanks, Dad.
From the city of Baldwin Park, Marlene Garcia. Councilwoman Marlene Garcia.
But I have another plaque. I have a special plaque to present to Mike. And when Mayor Manuel Lozano gets here, we'll present him with a plaque for the city of Baldwin Park. But this plaque here is special for us because as you know, every year we have what we call the Posada Navideña in the city of Baldwin Park, where we fundraise throughout the year and we're able to purchase toys for needy kids in our community. And Mike has been graciously our Santa Claus every year for the last 10 years. So today, on behalf of the committee that works very hard to put this event together, I want to present to Mike Toohey this small little token of our appreciation. And it says here, Mayor Michael Toohey, because he will always be our mayor, in deepest appreciation for your years of being our Santo Claus in the Baldwin Park Posada Navideña. Thank you a million times over, Mike.
Field Representative Evelyn Reyes, Office of United States Congresswoman Grace Napolitano.
Good evening. On behalf of Congresswoman Grace Napolitano, I'm here to extend my congratulations to Mr. Toohey for his many years of service to the city of West Covina. Although we're newly elected to the West Covina area, which takes into effect January 3rd, we're very excited. Although we didn't get to work with you under the West Covina City Council, we're very excited that we get to work with you under the Upper San Gabriel Municipal Water District. So we work very closely. The Congresswoman's the ranking member of the Water and Power Subcommittee, so we have a very great relationship, and we look forward to working with you. And this is from the Congresswoman.
From the city of Walnut, Mayor Mary Sue.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor on behalf of the city of Walnut. We want to appreciate my good friend of us for many, many years. I know you have done a numerous thing to contribute to this community, West Covina community and San Gabriel Valley community. We really appreciate. So, budget cut, we don't have that much to, you know. But you know what? The piece of paper is worth, you can give it to your grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren. Yeah. And this is a recyclable also.
Mary.
it's worth a lot, priceless. Anyway, we will try to say is we want to, show our sincere appreciation for what you have done for the community, and also congratulations for your new chapter in your life. I think you're going to the different division, so I guess we will see each other very soon. Thank you so much, and wish everybody have Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary. From the City of Claremont, Councilmember Sam Pedroza.
You wrote us 10-speed here.
Okay.
From the City of Claremont, it is my honor to be here to present this certificate, also paper. Mike is a great representative for the whole San Gabriel Valley, not just West Covina, because every time we go to these conferences, anywhere in the country, it's always nice to walk in with Mike, because we get respect. So thank you for doing everything that you've done for the whole San Gabriel Valley, and I know we're going to continue to work together in a different way, but it's awesome working with you.
Thank you, Sam.
From the City of Azusa, Councilmember Robert Gonzalez.
Hey, Robert.
Can I get a chair, please? Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Good evening, council members, Mayor Pro Tem. Robert Gonzalez from the City of Azusa. Mike, it's been an honor and privilege to work with you, for me, myself, the past 6 years. Not only have you been a great colleague to many of us in this room, you've been a great friend. The City of West Covina is losing a great council member, but the region is gaining a great representative. So congratulations on your service to the City of West Covina. We are fully supportive of you in Azusa, and we always have been. So, Mike, you've been one of my best friends, and you will continue to do so. So, thank you very much, Mike. I'll still take the chair.
From the City of South El Monte, Mayor Louis Aganaga.
They asked the guy on their council my size, so it's okay. We'll get there eventually.
I just wanted to, I have here my council member, Wilhan Zili, and council member Hector Delgado from the City of South El Monte, and we have something very special, actually, for you too, but first we're going to give you the plaque. This is a plaque. We wanted just to, for the years of service, 16 years of dedicated public service, and there's probably more. But this is what we have on, that we know of the City of West Covina, California, on behalf of the Mayor and the City Council of South El Monte, December 18, 2012. We want to congratulate you on your election. We want to congratulate you on being, I think, the biggest council member in West Covina. And being West Covina's friend, and actually, if everybody who knows Mike, he's the San Gabriel Valley friend. He is, he's a man among men, a friend to the San Gabriel Valley, a friend to all of us here, and he has stood by all of us when times were tough, and we want to thank you, and we love you, Mike. What can I say?
Thank you, Louis.
Did you get him a box of See's chocolate? Is that what that is there? Okay. Mike, on behalf of the City of South El Monte, a lot of people like to confuse us for the City of El Monte. It's kind of a running joke in the San Gabriel Valley. No, we're the city with the balanced budget. So. Good Pat said. I better run out of here. Anybody here from El Monte? Anyways. Okay. Mike, I just want to thank you for your years of service to the city of West Covina, but also want to thank you for being a friend to me. And more importantly, I want to let people know how dedicated Mike is, not only to his city, but also to his family, his lovely wife, Debbie, that's not here today, Brandon and Morgan and his brother David, who are here today, how dedicated Mike is to his family. So, Mike, we're going to miss you in the public service. We're going to continue to be friends. We wish you the best of luck, and God bless you, Mike.
Just real quick, Mike. It's only been 3 years since I've been on the South Almonte City Council, and honestly, Mike has been not only a mentor to me, he's been one of the greatest guys who helped me through my campaign, and anytime I need any advice, he's always there for me. And I can truly say that he's a really good friend of mine, and West Covina is going to miss you on the San Gabriel, on the council, but the San Gabriel Valley is going to find a leader in you, and you can be great for the water district. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Ron is now the largest elected official.
Well, this is in behalf of us. We wanted to give you something you can have on your mantle to remind you that you were the man in West Covina, the big man, the West Covina City Council member, mayor, and so you'll know always what time it is. Mike, congratulations, and I can't wait to work with you in the water industry. I know you're in the Upper San Gabriel. I'm a water quality authority right now, and it's great to have a colleague like you in water. So again, let's give Mike a big round of applause for all the hard work.
Put it back in the box. A medium. Thank you.
From the city of Baldwin Park, Mayor Manny Lozano.
Let me make it clear. As I walked in, my name is Manuel Lozano, Mayor Baldwin Park, not Lee Baca. Someone thought it was Lee Baca coming in. Real quick, I'm going to ask Vice Mayor Monica Garcia and Councilmember Marlene Garcia to come up here. First of all, I just want to say, everyone knows that Mike Tui is a very popular person. I've had the honor and the privilege of knowing him and meeting him back in 1992 during the campaign. And he's been a personal friend, both he and his family. And the only thing I can say, Mike, I know it's not the end, it's the beginning of a new opportunity. And I want to say that everyone knows that when you're Mike Tui, everyone knows this guy. Both he and I took a trip to China several years back. And this is interesting. This is a country 1 billion in population. We were in Beijing when this group of people come up and said, hey, there's Mike Tui from West Covina. That to me was very interesting. It was like, I remember that, right? That terracotta statue, that Xi'an, that's where it was at. And to me that was interesting. Now, also, about I think a month and a half ago, we were in TJ. There was this mayor's convention there. I had never been to one. Mike Tui and I both went down there, and it was literally hundreds of people. The mayor is coming out. The mayor from Tijuana, Mayor Bustamante, who recently got elected, comes out. We're all U.S. mayors sitting there, and the first thing out of his mouth, oh, there's Mayor Mike Tui. So it shows you the fact that he's really touched a lot of individuals, and he's a special friend and will always be. I want to thank the city of West Covina for your great contribution, assisting us in many aspects, both cities, Baldwin Park and West Covina. So on behalf of the city of Baldwin Park, I don't have my glasses. I'm going to have the vice mayor read this, okay?
All right, well, really quick, I just want to congratulate you as well for the number of years that you served on the city council. I'm sure it's very difficult leaving this great group and this great city, but I am excited for you in your new chapter with the Upper District, and you have gone from a local councilman to a regional leader, as somebody mentioned. And so, you know, if you look around the room here, I think you can. It's a testament to all of your experience, your years, working with others, collaborating with so many cities and so many different agencies. But you know what? Now we open a new chapter in the same, the same arena. So with that, Michael Toohey, West Covina Council Member 1994 to 2003 and 2005 to 2012, in recognition and appreciation of your 16 years of unending dedication, commitment, and leadership to the West Covina City Council, citizens in the entire San Gabriel Valley, you have been an asset to our community and to your community, school district, and local businesses. We wish you well in your future endeavors, and it's dated December 18, 2012, presented to you, Manuel Lozano. Actually, Susan Rubio, Council Member Marlene Garcia, Councilman Ricardo Pacheco, and myself. Thank you. Thank you.
Get our picture. Oh, that's right, the blue one. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thank you, guys. Love you, baby.
From the West Covina Fire Department, Fire Captain Corey Cisneros.
I'm going to be one of those short ones next to this big guy here. I'm actually up here representing the West Covina Firefighters Association, Local 3226. We're here to congratulate Mike, Big Brother Mike, because we often got those slaps on the back of the head from him numerous times. But we're here to wish him congratulations on his future endeavors, but most definitely want to thank him over his last 16 years of dedicated service to the citizens of West Covina and providing public safety for the citizens also. We'd like to thank especially your family. Unfortunately, Debbie can't be here. We got Brandon and Morgan up here. I'm glad that they're able to make it. But there again, we just want to wish you very wishful luck, wishful thanks for the past 16 years. Also wishing you very much luck in the future. But also, we have two more individuals that are going to be representing a present that we've brought for you. So we go ahead and have a few other of our, this is kind of tease the season. Kind of go on Baldwin Parks theme. So we have two of our associates here. Coming down.
Wonderful citizens of West Covina, esteemed city council, and dedicated city staff. My trusted and intended elf. Hello, everybody. Bringing good tidings and joy and valuable gifts to all the residents of West Covina. Michael Toohey, it's an honor to be here to present to you some gifts we have. My buddy Elf has some special candy that all the little elves in the North Pole made for city council and city staff. You can get it, buddy. You can get it. I know, Santa. To get into the Holy Spirit, let's all shake our heads side to side. Let's hear the jingle bell.
I'm so sorry.
We already have some candy over here. Well, buddy, we're going to have to hurry on that up. Thank you for all your work. City staff. Council members, thank you for all your work.
And these guys are protecting you guys tonight.
Buddy, you're going to have to hurry.
They are.
Now, Michael Toohey, as we checked before we got here, is on the nice list. So we have gifts for him this year. Come on down, buddy.
Stop that, Jason.
I can't find it, Santa. Well, the first gift. Where is it? It's got to be in here. When we practice this work much better.
Hold on.
No, buddy. That was for last year when he was on the naughty list. Now, I don't know if you remember, Michael, but when you were a wee little lad, 5 years old. You found it? Yep. His #1 gift was to have a teddy bear. Oh. And as you move on into your future endeavors, his bear is to keep you safe and warm at night when you're missing all your friends from West Covina. So that is for you. So when you were 5 years old and you're on the naughty list, we're now making it back up to you. I don't forget. And then finally, my friends from the West Covina Firefighters Association and the rest of the West Covina Fire Department would like to present to you Association Local 3226. Thank you for your many years of dedicated service and support. December 18, 2012. Thank you very much, Michael. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
We need a photo. Oh, you need a photo, Santa.
Let's take 2 pictures.
And make sure my dress is down.
Kids will see this. Hey, where's the teddy bear? Good thought.
Oh, excuse, I thought you were going to remind me for the local poll, Vicki.
We're good.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas!
From the West Covina Police Department, Dave Sifling.
What do I got to wear now?
Yes, I know. Thanks, Fire Department. I don't have any big gifts or awards or anything, but the budget cuts were too deep with us for sure. But that wasn't Mike's fault. That was not Mike's fault. You know, I'd like to thank, of course, Mike for all of his years of dedicated service and time with us. You know, there's been many times that Mike didn't agree with me, but it's understandable. He has a job to do, and his job is to protect this city. And a lot of you don't know the personal side of Mike, and I've gotten to know over the last few years a different side of Mike that you could call him that big teddy bear, because it is true. I've seen this man at my events that I've done at Shop of the Cop. I've seen him at every 15-minute programs. It's a DUI diversion program for the high schools at the West Covina High School and South Hills High School. He's been to a lot of them. And every time that he says he's going to be there, he's always been there for us. So I would like to thank him tonight personally. Congratulations on your move to the water board. He's going to do a great job, and we're definitely going to miss him tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
We're going to transition now into the oral communications portion of the meeting. I do want to announce that Councilmember Tui has also received recognition from Los Angeles County Supervisor Michael Antonovich and the cities of El Monte, Temple City, and Laverne, who were unable to attend tonight. And joining us now is Mayor Sanderson. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Herpert.
I'll finish this.
I was going to say
if that's
yes,
okay.
please, because I have no idea. I apologize. I family Christmas events and all types of things, so thank you.
Vikin Paksad Donnie, I apologize, and Jack Hajinian.
We're here from the Armenian National Committee, San Gabriel Valley chapter. The Armenian National Committee is a national organization representing Armenian Americans nationwide. I guess that's what a national organization does. And we're some of the constituents that Councilmember Tui has represented. We want to thank him for the service he's given to the community. Community of West Covina, obviously, but also for looking out for our community. which has 50 years of history in the San Gabriel Valley. And we want to congratulate him on his next move. And while we may not need any water, we still need good people in government. And we'd like to thank also the rest of the council. Jack is also a council member from Montebello, and I think
Councilman Tui, first off, congratulations on your election to the water district. We want to thank you for years of your recognition of the Armenian genocide, which is very important to the Armenian American community. A lot of things were said about you tonight from different elected officials, and they're all very true. You are a sincere person, and once somebody gets to know who you are, you definitely have made a big impression on people in more ways than one, than your size. You really waved the flag for West Covina at all the conferences. And if there's one elected official I can avoid in a wrestling ring, it would definitely be you. Okay? So again, congratulations and thank you for what you've done.
John Garside with Marty's Corner.
Honorable Mayor, Council, nice to see you tonight. Mike, I just want to come down and say thank you so much for supporting the city and everything that you've done for the city. I've been a community member here in West Covina my whole life, and you've always been there for everything I've been a part of. So I can't imagine, I'm sure this whole room feels the same way I do. I was in Boy Scouts, you were there. I was a participant in KCAT in Hacienda Heights with Marty's Corner and the TV stuff over there. You came down. You've always been very supportive, and I just wanted to come down and thank you very much. And you also helped me put in a street light in my neighborhood, so I just want to thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bill Robinson.
Madam Mayor and members of the council, I would also like to add my congratulations and good wishes to Mike. Upper District has an important mission, and I obviously lost to a more handsome guy. So perhaps I can get a wheelbarrow or something so I can help him get his stuff to his car. But the reason I came here tonight is in the last month or so, twice I've run into people that are loose in the city of West Covina that are painting curbs and charging residents for a donation of $15. My neighborhood was hit 2 days ago, and I used to have an address on Louisa Avenue that glowed in the dark, and they painted it over. So I would, and also I noticed that the same crew of people at Hollenbeck and I think Walnut Creek Parkway. I mean, I don't think that's it's like graffiti to me that people have been doing that for months. So I wanted to bring that topic up. And secondly, I want to know about the process, because if there's a council seat that's going to be open in January, I have some neighbors that think they might want to apply for an open seat. So thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor. Or Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Tui.
Bill, I want to take this time, Bill, because I couldn't make the last meeting, but thank you for your 24 years of service to the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District. You've been a long-time resident and a long-time public servant also. So thank you. Congratulations to all your years of service.
Lloyd Johnson.
Good evening, council members. I'd like to direct my statement towards Mike tonight, if it's okay. Mike, as a longtime resident of West Covina for over 42 years, you have been one of the most outstanding council members as my time being here. We've had a lot of different agreements on things. Some we've agreed a lot on, and some we haven't. But of all the times that we've agreed and disagreed, you've always been a gentleman about it. You've never got personal about it. And I want to thank you for that. I also would like to thank you for being one of the most dedicated council members the city of West Covina has ever had for our veterans. I've never seen you miss a veterans event yet. You go out of your way to go to other cities for veterans things. And I would hope that somebody on this council can pick up the ball, which you won't be there. But I would hope in the future that if we do need you, that we can call on you and you can still help us out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Forrest Wilkins.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Mike, congratulations on all the accolades you received tonight. And I'm really looking forward to you serving on the water board. I'm really looking forward next year to when you're serving on the water board. I'm really looking forward to when you're going to serve on the water board. As you said in your campaign flyer here, you're going to lower water rates. In this day and age when everything is going up, I'm really going to see how you're going to lower water rates. Thank you.
Thank you. Boris Duarte.
Good evening, council members, staffs, citizens of West Covina, and other guests. Now, I spoke last month and was very critical of for the council members that voted in favor of extending the trash contract. And Santa Claus attendance, I think, would have been perfect on that night, given that that contract was given away. But also, given the spirit of the holidays, I will not continue my criticism further tonight. I will wait until next year, I guess, to do that. However, after I spoke last month, Mr. Tui made some comments while referring to me that I want to address tonight before he left. One is that he made it sound like when I addressed the council that I thought that my voice was more important than the other citizens. And nothing could be further from the truth, but as a citizen, however, I think I have a right, or not I think, I do have a right, and I will defend that my voice be heard, and that I respect other people's opinion, and if it is unbiased. Now, he also intimated that because I don't attend every meeting, and in my speech I did mention that I was not able to attend the meeting. In fact, I didn't attend the last meeting because I was at my son's PTSA meeting. I'm an executive board of that PTSA. And in fact, I have to leave right after this speech because I have a church event. So I do want to make clear that when I do attend a meeting, that I will address this board or this council if I feel that I need to say and have my opinion be heard. Also, you mentioned that more people are in favor of the proposal than not, and I just want to make sure that, you know, with all the things that happen in front of this council, we can never just go by, well, there were more people that said that were in favor. We don't know. When do you check the addresses? Do you check IDs to see whether they're really citizens of West Covina? Do we look at, do they have interest? No. I mean, anybody can really come up here and say whatever it is that they want to say. So just want to make sure that we can't just go by how many people said that it's true or something, they're in favor or not. I mean, however, if there was someone that came here in front of the board and was really unbiased, then I really respect their opinion. I just can't believe that a citizen that has no direct benefit in terms of renewing the contract would actually stand up and support of extending a contract for rolling over 5 years. But again, we'll leave that for another time. But I do want to say for the remaining 4 council members, especially for Mr. Herbert and Ms. Andersons, that I hope that the holidays give you time to reflect, and that for 2013, that the best decisions for the citizens of West Covina can be made. So happy holidays to everyone.
Thank you. Frank Williams. And we have two more speakers, Donna Lee and Steve Bennett, and that'll conclude oral communications. So.
Good evening. I'm really want to just say thank you, Mr. Toohey. I'll tell you right now, and council, as a resident for more than 20 years of West Covina, I can sincerely come up here as a father of 5 and tell you, Mike, that I'm very proud to be a citizen of West Covina. You've made it's so much easier to raise my family, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to raise my family here. You know, I get a chance to see Council Sanderson, Mr. Herford, Mr. Sotelo, and now occasionally Mr. Sykes at our parks and our youth events. I can tell you right now that when I sit back and look at over the many years of service, how many times we're at different events and how many times I turn around and we look and we get to see you and your family walking in. You know, it's just really amazing that you take the time. And as they're sitting here looking at these accolades, they speak volumes, because as a citizen, you know, we get our 4 minutes, we get our time to come up in here to speak, but I'm even more proud that I exercise my voice in voting. Not the fact that I just take the time to register, but I actually go and vote, and it's a privilege to have voted for you every time you seek election. It's sad to see you leave our city. You literally have big shoes to fill, whoever's going to fill your shoes, I'll tell you right now. You've definitely set a standard that we can be prideful of citizens of West Covina, that we know that as city council members and as the many people that criticize and come and make their statements, whether pro or con, you know, we vote for you to make the decisions on for the best benefit of our you know, for our city. And you know, we, as myself and my family, as I'm raising my children, I sit back and I think the best way for us is to stay here, stay in our community and fix it. Stay here and try to make it better. Don't try to throw rocks. Try to be a solution. Not try to divide our city. And Mr. Toohey, I can tell you right now, when we faced all these challenges, when people were coming in trying to split up our city, make me as a citizen only be able to argue with only one of you instead of all 5 of you. You don't get a chance to meet with any one of you at any time. I am just, you know, I know it's heartfelt, and you know, I'm sorry to say you're going to go, but it's also very prideful knowing that you set the standard and the bar, especially through these tough times, on who's going to fill your seat. So, Mr. Toohey, as a volunteer from the West Covina Bruins, and all the different sports at West Covina American and basketball and all the run around that I did with all my boys and girls and all the other kids that we continue to service, I know that that you made it a lot easier for us to operate and for us to be able to. And it's very clear on any Saturday or during the week, you can go to any park and see the fruits of all your labor with the assistance of council all these years. So with that, sir, I just want to tell you, Mr. Toohey, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, the bottom of my family, and obviously on behalf of our citizens of West Covina. So, Mr. Toohey, thank you.
Thank you, Frank. From Southern California Edison, Donna Lee.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, City Council members, Mr. City Manager, City staff, the audience. I just want to come before you on behalf of Southern California Edison International to thank you, Mr. Toohey, for your leadership, for your vision and your dedication, many years of service to the city, as well as your employees and your constituents. Thank you so much for your partnership, as well as, you know, your support, especially this last couple of years to Southern California Edison in our time of need. You know, you wrote a wonderful letter to the victims of some of our employees, as well as your partnership during this time when the city rose and became a gold level city in the San Gabriel Valley Energy Wise Partnership Energy Leader Program, and then we also surpassed that and attained platinum level. So thank you, Mr. Tui, for all you've done. I really enjoyed our friendship, and I hope that we cross paths often. We've originally crossed paths on the basketball court, and that was just a very enjoyable situation. So I want to let you and Debbie and your kids know that as a Edison employee, I'm here for you if you ever need it. Ever have any situations with power needs, as well as in your new role with supplying power to your water pumps. So thank you, Mr. Tui, so much.
Thank you, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. Steve Bennett. Steve Bennett.
Madam Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, Council, City staff. I apologize, but I'm going to address Mr. Tui tonight on this special occasion, if you don't mind, Madam Mayor. So, I've known Mike probably more than I realize I've known Mike, as he was my neighbor when I was a lot younger, although I didn't really get to know him until I got involved in Little League. And I remember the first year that I got to know Mike, he came out to our opening ceremonies, and at the time Mayor Hernandez was here, and we had a fun little thing where we were making kids run the bases and decided to make the city council run the bases. And Mike was very nice enough to volunteer Mayor Hernandez, and of course by that I volunteered him. And for those of you who have not seen Mike in his stature run a Little League baseball field, it is a sight to behold. Little did I know at that time, Mike, I think you were losing weight at that time too, forgot to wear a belt. And so he ran the bases holding up his pants the entire time. And I got to tell you, I got a great picture of it, and it's one of probably my most fondest memories that I have with you, Mike. And being that this is probably one of the last times I have to address you on this body, I thought I'd embarrass you a little bit. On some of the more enlightening things, we've shared a lot of fun on my Little League field when I ran it for 3 years, and I take very much pride in what we've done. You've dunked me in water. You've had kids shower me with silly string, I believe about 250 cans of silly string, and we've had a lot of fun with a number of you on our field. Through those years, I got to know you very well, and at least I'd like to think very well. And one of the things I've learned is, everyone talks about how you're a big man and how you're a very nice man. And one of the things I've learned is a man of your size has to be that size to fit a heart the size you have. You're a great man, and I wish you the best. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, Mike.
Sue Sotelo, and that's our final speaker.
Good evening, council members. Sue Sotelo, Queen Summit. Mike, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for the city of West Covina. I've lived here my whole life, and over the years, you have done more to improve and bring this city to where it is today than anybody. You are kind and generous. You've given to so many organizations through the years, to the school districts for different programs, through all the sports leagues that my kids have been in and other people's children, and you truly are a generous person. I also want to say you've brought in some awesome staff to the city of West Covina. We should be very proud of our city. I am. We have great police chief and fire chief, city staff here, nobody better. We're really a top-notch city, and that has to do with the city council that sits here through the years. What you guys have managed to accomplish here is truly amazing, and we should try to always stay positive and look towards the good things that are here and not always concentrate on what's not going right, because we're not the only city that has little issues. So again, my thinking is to wish you good luck. We're going to miss you here. You've done so much, and I again thank you for everything. Good luck, Mike.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm so glad I was able to make it. This is a very, very important evening. Someone that I think we all hold very near and dear to our heart is not going to be here every first and third Tuesday. Well, I think he will, because he'll still come to the meetings. He better. We will definitely miss him. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here for Mike, and it is a special evening. And so at this time, I would like to call Councilmember Mike Toohey forward to present him with our coveted city tile. Mike, please join me.
I'm sorry.
Did
I was trying to take a parting gift. I tried to steal it.
And thank you for returning. All right, I think we're on. Well, first of all, there was stories being said. I didn't get to hear them all, but I did hear the last one, which reminded me of the, how many years I think I've been on council, 13, and all of those serving with Mike. And I will tell you, it has been amazing. We have done so many things, and I'm just honored to be standing here to give you this proclamation on behalf of the City Council, staff, and the citizens I know would love to be standing up here with me, giving you this presentation, because talk about the first time I actually saw Mike play sports. It was tennis with Steve Herford. They were playing tennis, going back and forth, and I was actually really impressed. He had Steve running around. It was pretty good. I was very impressed. Absolutely, absolutely. And then I think we've done skateboard park, baseball. We've thrown baseballs, basketball. Think about all those things that you've accomplished in your time here. So at least you know you're moving on to the water board. I don't think you can build skateboard parks and baseball, but I'm sure you'll miss us and you'll have fun anyway. With that, I'd like to present this proclamation to Michael R. Toohey. Has served 17 years on the City Council from 1994 to 2003, and then from 2005 to 2012. Serving with distinction as mayor from 1996, 1997, 2002 to 2003, 2006 to 2007, and in 2011 and 2012. So with that, I'd like to present you with this plaque to hang on your wall and think of us always. And now it's photo time. Now the tile. Are you going to put this in your bathroom? Is this like a tile for your shower? I am honored again, on behalf of the City Council, to present you with this, Mike. We're going to miss you so much. You've been an inspiration, a wonderful colleague to work with. I've enjoyed my time, and you will dearly, dearly be missed. But you still better come back and enjoy it, still join us and participate in the fun. But this time you can stand here and tell us that we're doing a good job, right?
I'm going to enjoy this side.
Absolutely. So with that, on behalf of the citizens of West Covina, I'd like to present you with the city tile.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And darn if I didn't wear my heels. And now,
I'll do it from back there.
You want to do it back from there? Okay. And we're not taking that.
Would you like us to speak first?
Go ahead, that's good.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem Herford.
You know, this is, 20, well, I don't know, I guess I've known Mike for 20 years or so. Back in 1993 when we met, he was a svelte young man. He was in great shape. And his impact on my life and the life of people in the city of West Covina is tremendous. This city wouldn't be where we are today without Mike Toohey. We went through two recessions, the loss of redevelopment, numerous major financial issues in the city, lawsuits, the closure of the BKK landfill, the transition of the landfill to a ball field that created revenue and a retail center that is tremendously successful. Transition of neighborhoods from where we had 5 vacant shopping centers to all the shopping centers being occupied today. And West Covina has really thrived when other cities have suffered. Mike has the ability to walk into a room and make everybody feel comfortable. He, numerous times in my life, has warmed situations that could be hostile. He's dealt with issues. He always wants to be the front person. Dealt with issues that were very critical to our city. When we had a child molester, in the middle of an election, he took a hard stand on an issue with a child molester and fought, and we had the person removed from the city. But that was the type of leader Mike was. He always wanted to be the front person. He is ultimately the number one family man with his wife Debbie, Morgan, and Brandon. That's his life. That's number one in his life. And many times, he's had to take time away from the council to spend time with his family. Unfortunately, there's some health issues and things going on, but we pray for things to be good. And Mike, we know your moral strength, your pride, your character is impeccable, and all of us on the council, we're going to miss you, but we thank you for your service. He kept a lot of promises. The number one promise that would affect West Covina today, if it was still in existence, was the BKK landfill. That was a tremendous political battle. He balanced every budget we had that he would, since he was on the council. He promised to protect us from crime. Every police officer and firefighter in the city of West Covina has the tools to do their job because of the council, but also because of the leadership of Mike Toohey. Their retirement package that many of them leave the city with is a tremendous package, and that was due to the leadership of Mike Toohey. His passion for public safety it goes beyond just being on the council and saying aye to votes. He loves to intermingle with the guys in both departments. He knows them all by name. When a fallen officer dies, he stepped forward and created a partnership with the local casket company to donate a casket to an officer that died in duty. These are things that most people don't know about Mike Toohey. A lot of stuff is behind the scene. On the regional level, the people that spoke tonight from the different cities, Mike made a difference in their community just by reaching out to them and educating them on some of the things that we do here with redevelopment. Actually, I think helped create a redevelopment agency in one of the cities. But he's a leader who I think the electeds are going to miss, and we miss him because he's fun. He's not a stale politician. I grew up on the playgrounds of West Covina. Mike grew up stealing the kids' lunch money at school. but that upbringing led to a person.
Only the bad kids. I want to make sure that.
Anyway, I got to say that there's things in my life that are because of Mike Toohey. When I answer the phone, I say hello. I didn't do that before I met Mike Toohey. When you call him, you never know what you're going to get. Every one of us that's in the audience has called him. Is he in the restroom? Is he in the good mood, bad mood type stuff? So, but he's somebody that's got the biggest heart, and we just love him. So let me conclude, because I know we're going to have a party after this, and I want to say I love Mike Toohey. The names Toohey and Hereford are tied together forever. We've celebrated, and we've cried, and we've asked each other for support. And through it all, we just remained 2 kids on the playground. And we grew up to lead a city. And Mike, thank you so much for what you've done to our city, and to my life, and to my family. And God bless you.
Well, I guess I'm up.
Councilmember Sotelo.
Mr. Toohey, well, I used to get my refreshments from you at the dairy for a long time there, and I used to visit you over at the dairy. I've known your family for a long time. You've given so much to our community. When I first met you, Mike, I used to coach in West Covina for 20-some years. And with all my youth groups and all my times, I used to come see Mike, and Mike was always there to help us. From a fundraiser to helping us with a banquet, even paying for a banquet. And all the stuff was his football, basketball, baseball, girls softball, everything. He was always there for us. And I got to know Mike that way and his family. And it was great to know you, Mike. And it's an honor to be with you on the council right now and everything you've done. And I've also known you as a commissioner. 27 years as commissioner. You've done a lot. And you've given so much yourself. I just want to say thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Well, you know, we don't always agree.
Do I need to leave the room?
No. No. Tonight it's about respect. It's about respect. I've only had a year working with you, and I have definitely learned to respect you. And certainly want to congratulate you for being concurrent elected council member and water board member. Not everybody can do that. And then when you get sworn in on January 7th, I'm going to put you to work. Everybody else has been patting you on your back. I'm going to put you to work. Now, there's a letter here that you probably have seen it, but I'm going to give it to you again. And it's from one of our senior citizens. She says, it's a handwritten, 2 pages. And she says that she's 76 years old, and she's a widow. She's on a fixed income. And she would love for you to come through on that promise of reducing the water rates. Because in this letter, she talks about how with the water rates going up, it's been detracting from her ability to deal with her groceries. So I'm going to give you this as a task, and I know you can do it, because I like I said, I have respect for you, because all those accolades, they're not there for nothing. You've accomplished quite a bit, and we're expecting quite a bit more. Now, a friend of mine gave me this, and I haven't verified the authenticity of it. It's stock. It's supposed to be 4 shares of stock in San Dimas Water Company. And the significant thing about this is the date on here is February 13th, 1913. This predates the city by 10 years. And because it has to do with water, I think it would be better in your hands than mine, and hopefully you can authenticate it and maybe find out that it is maybe 100 years old. So congratulations, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thought he was giving me accolades. He gave me homework. Thank you.
Councilmember Toohey.
It has been truly a great run here, and I first want to introduce my family. Obviously, many of you know that my wife is going through a lot right now, but she will be here when she can get here today. I have with me today my daughter Morgan and her friend Thomas. Morgan, will you please stand? My son Brandon and his girlfriend Yaya. Brandon. I have 3 brothers. They all taught me different things in life. My one brother, John, who's the youngest one closest to me, he's the third, or he's my older brother, taught me to try to be diplomatic and work the things out. I have a brother, Pat, who is at a business function out of the area. He couldn't make it today. Pat told me, like Steve made some comments earlier too, solve the problem and don't let them get out of the room, beat the hell out of them then. And I have my oldest brother, Dave, who taught me street smarts. Wait out in the parking lot and beat the crap out of them. It worked out quite a bit sometimes, as we ran the dairy for many years, and as you, a lot of you people, not all of you are from my dairy era, but when we first bought the dairy, people thought they could come over and just take stuff and go back to the continuation school across the street. They found out that there was a change of ownership when they started going back with black eyes, their face split open, that you weren't taking the Tui's products and walking back across the street. So there was, and that's where we met Gary Lawson, believe it or not. Gary Lawson, who's involved in all this. Gary was the principal who had to ask his kids going back from across the street from the dairy at Coronado, when he seen them coming back with a black eye or their eye split open, what happened? You didn't try to shoplift from the Tui's, did you? And there's some robbers too, if you remember. My brother Dave chased one armed robber through Walmarado Park while the guy was firing gunshots at my brother, and they were able to detain him in a backyard, and the police department got that suspect out buried underneath leaves in Truman Place, if you remember that one. That was one of the memorable ones. Or like I said, we were robbed 7 times. I personally was robbed 3 times, and I'm the only one that got robbed with a guy in a 10-speed. It was embarrassing. The guy had a gun, and it's not fair. He still had a gun. I don't care what he rode, but my brothers never let me forget that. But we caught that guy, and me and my brother Dave were there when a very large man was robbing me with a knife, and even though he only had a knife, I was very scared. He was much larger than me. We did not know at the time that he just got released from prison for armed robbery, murder. But he took my whole register, which we never had a suspect do that before, ran out, threw it in his friend's car, the getaway car, as my brother was coming around the corner. So my brother was able to startle him to give me a chance to go back and get the shotgun. And I ran and got the shotgun, and his friend drove off with the register and the keys to our dairy, and left the guy there with me, my brother, and a shotgun. So we taught him not to rob in West Covina that day. Then the police got there, so we appreciate your assistance, but we had some life lessons to teach at that time. So, but obviously I met Steve here in '91 when my dairy was firebombed. We were firebombed 3 times in a 54-day period. July 8th, 2001 was our first time, us and Ranch Market across the street. We finally caught the suspects on the 3rd chance, or the 3rd, whatever you want to call it, try they were doing. And we came down here, and I got emotional here asking for help. And I'll never forget, Steve Herford said that if no one else will help you, he'll go and help do stakeouts with me. And that's how I met Steve in 1991. Mr. Tarazi came by. Obviously, Bill Tarazi has been my campaign manager. His father was one of our great mayors in our city. Bill Tarazi came by and did anything he could help to help a small merchant. He used to be a liquor store owner. He owned the Perino liquor store chain, so he knew us very well. He shortly after that, unfortunately, he died in office as mayor. He died here shortly after that, his service here. But it's been interesting. Like I said, we bought the dairy in 1977. Me and my brothers ran that every day ever since. That's how I met a lot of the residents of West Covina. I know there's some people that come up here and say negative things to us. I had the opportunity to help 500 different people a day, 7 days a week for 20 years, and contrary to what some people may stand up here and say about me, the other people actually know who I am. And it's easy when people say stuff, and I always challenge some of these people. I'll let my community effort do all my talking. I'll match it against anybody. When people are in need, I've always helped them. It's easy to come here and criticize. Walk the walk, just don't talk the talk at the microphone. It's a lot easier to talk the talk than go sit down in the seat after you ridicule somebody. Stand up here and do it. And I know many of the elected officials here know that. Every one of them have gadflies that come up and criticize them, threaten them. We were at a church function, and one of the guys who threatened to kill me to my pregnant wife, who was sitting right there then, in 1994. We've seen him again, and he's been around the community for a lot of years, but you go through that. There has been ups and downs, and I know I said this at a function, and Jan and some of the other council wives and council husbands were shocked over the years. You get death threats. When we fought the child molester by Paul Forget's house, Paul Forget, Greg Young, and Harry Borak's house, it's easier not to stand up and fight the guy. That was hard. I wasn't campaigning. I was busy doing my job. I forgot to campaign to keep my job. I lost that election. I came back in 2005 and was able to get the second highest vote total in the city's history. Unfortunately, but fortunately for her, Shelley beat me and has the highest vote total. That was something Judge Young always told us about, that he was the highest vote getter ever. And Judge Young would never let us forget that all the years we've known Judge Young from our dairy for many years. And it's just been an interesting time in, time out event, the BKK issue. Many times we get challenging issues here, and you need a strong council to work together. There's only two ways to vote. No matter which way you vote, they say, oh, you just vote with the other person. Well, it was a 50-50 shot coming in. You can only vote yes or no, and every time you vote yes or no, you piss off somebody. Every time. And I know we have many elected officials here, other ones who did not get recognized yet. Mariana Lake from Valley County Water District. Mariana. Margarita Vargas, Valley County Water District. Lynette Pacheco, Valley County Water District. Laura Santos, Bassett Unified School District. Phil Reyes, Council Member, City of Duarte. There's so many politicians, I don't want to forget someone and get in trouble. But it's truly been a great run. Even sometimes there's low times on the City Council, and that's when you're glad you have friends like this group I have served with and some of the other ones I have served with. It's nice to have friends like that, because no one else knows what it's like to have your lows you have, because you have to go after someone says the most amazing stuff about you. And it doesn't have to be true. They just state it so it's fact. And you have to live a life based upon someone coming up here and spreading lies about you. And I guess it makes them feel good at home. So hopefully you guys sleep good at night, coming down here spreading whatever junk you guys spread sometimes, and it makes you feel better. It's amazing to me, because you know what? I would never want to see the city torn down, even when I disagree with the other individuals if someone else is in majority. And any elected official here would say, don't attack the city. If you don't like me, attack my politics. This city is great. And sometimes they blast the city, and all they're doing is hurting all of us. They're not hurting me, they're hurting the city, our property values, our community, and our sales tax base. This is a great city, and I'm very thankful for all the different council members I've had the opportunity to serve with since 1994. It has been different. I first got elected with Brad McFadden and Steve Herford. Steve was my running mate then. And there's been many different council member combinations since then. And I know it is a family thing, and my wife always will get all the credit because she does all the work. I am the face of the family that gets all the publicity. And as Betty Bias knows, who's one of our longtime campaign people, it's the work behind the scenes you don't see, and that's what my wife and my kids do. I mentioned some of my family members. I didn't end. I do have the man who taught me a lot of the street stuff that I've learned, and it helps in this type of arena because you have to be able to not just look at a book type of technique, but you have to look at all sides of it and how to deal with problems. But my oldest brother, David, thank you. My niece, Cherise, who gets brought up in some of the blogs. It's amazing to me because my family owns a bar in Ontario. Anything that happens at any bar, and this is the politics that happen, anything that happens at any bar in Southern California, they say it's a TUI-owned bar. You can read the blogs. I'm amazed. I'm looking for the damn paychecks. But my niece, Cherise. Thank you, Cherise. And she is here tonight with her friend Anthony. Thank you, Anthony, for showing up today. But those are some of the things. They just come up with stories and they say it here and you think, really? They said one time when I had my pizza parlor, I was laundering money for the city of Baldwin Park. And I thought, okay, that's an interesting thing. If you read the blogs, I don't know. You probably shouldn't. You're not a politician. We get up every morning. Steve's older than me, so he gets up at 2 o'clock. Yeah, he has those in-between breaks, but you read the newspaper to see what people have said about you, and then there's another thing on topics where you can make up stories on people. It doesn't have to be a newspaper story. You can think about anything you want to say about someone. You print the topic, and that becomes a topic, so you can start commenting on that topic as if it's credible. And it's amazing how many times I come up in Ogden, will tell you, in Glendora. I'm in all the Glendora topics, and I don't understand how I'm even mentioned in Glendora. But truly, it's been a great I have to tell you, no matter what people say here, it's the overwhelming support I've gotten over the years. And the point I was trying to make with that gentleman was speaking about is that when people come up and support us, those people aren't involved and they never show up, so they don't count. When people are against us, those are credible citizens and that they represent a majority of the people. In the end, when you come up and speak, you only represent one person, the person that spoke. And it's amazing how even when he spoke tonight, he discredited some of them by his opening line, the way he said it. He said, you know, if they have something, I forgot the word he used, but he used the word to discredit them beginning, that if it's a real person or a real topic or if it's a credible source. Well, how can you judge someone in your own comments? How can you judge that person that's like that? It's amazing to me. We greatly appreciate all the people that have come out and supported us over the years, all the sports leagues. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. All my elected official friends, I want to thank all you guys for showing up that are here. Former Mayor John Solis, he's the guy with, I don't know, that sweater around his neck. But that's another story. I have no idea. But I want to truly thank all the residents for all the years that have supported me, put up yard signs, campaigned for me. It's tremendous support and show the gratitude from me, the show of support you do for me. Thank you very much for that. All of our staff, I want to tell you, you've done a great job over the years. I've served with many different staff members, and I'm always proud of West Covina and what we've always had to offer, and I want to thank all of you for all the things you do for us every day. Even though, like Fred showed the letter we get, well, normally we're not the one, we pass this on, because I get the emails, whichever council member gets a letter, we just type a letter to one of the staff members and say, handle this for us. Well, it looks like we did it, but it was really staff over all the years. You know, we just used the right resources to help get us the things. So thank you to all the staff members, our police and fire for everything you guys do. I've had some great highs and sometimes lows with you guys, but it's been great. The fire department, I had a unique thing with Corey Cisneros, who was here, that we walked in the September 11, 2011 Memorial March in New York. I walked, instead of going inside with all the dignitaries, I walked with all the firefighters, me and my wife and I, 5 miles in the rain with no umbrellas. They were not allowed because it was being filmed. And that's probably one of the greatest acts I ever got to do with our firefighters. It was a tremendous thing that day, very moving and very wet and cold. I'm not really built for walking, as you've heard, and it hurt greatly, but I greatly appreciate that. And all my council members, I want to tell you, Fred, we do disagree. I think sometimes it's easier to disagree with what I say than to sometimes find a solution. It's easy to spot problems. The hardest thing all council members will tell you is to actually find the solution to the problem. It's easy to point out you have a hole in your roof. It's trying to figure out how you're going to patch the hole and get it done is the true work that has to be done. And I know as you grow here, you will learn there's holes that need to be patched, and it takes some getting on top of the roof and getting it done. Rob, I've known you for countless. You're the longest person I know up here. I've known you for years from my store days many years ago, so thank you very much for you and your family's support over the years and everything you've done for me. Thank you very much, and I think you're doing a great job as a council member. Shelley, we met you on an issue involving the Ridge Riders Equestrian Center, and I'll never forget that, how we got involved and were able to help out that situation, and that was due to your leadership. And it's been great getting to know you over the years and serving with you for so many years because, like I said, only elected officials and council members sometimes realize what you go through, the highs and lows. It's not necessarily as it seems. It seems like you have meetings twice a month and that's it. It's all the in-between stuff that really takes up your time. And thank you very much for everything you and your husband Scott have done for me. Steve, I can't tell you, we've been like Turner and Hooch, Starsky and Hutch. We have the shirts. I remember when I first got elected in '94, we had probably 250 supporters here with our T-shirts that said the vote that rocked West Covina by beating BKK, who outspent us 50-1, 60-1, who knows how much. They're still reporting money they spent on us in 1994. My next door neighbor, Matt Walter, still wears that damn shirt. I'm amazed it's still around. But it's there. But that was a tremendous day. We had hundreds upon hundreds of volunteers walking when I first got elected in 1994, and Steve being his second term. We lost the vehicle on one of those campaign walks when you phoned the police that it had been stolen, and it was parked a block away. We didn't realize what block we were on, but it was a trying election. But to all of you here now, I just want to tell you, it truly has been the greatest possible time I could have had serving as a council member. I've gotten to meet so many of my fellow council members from other cities also who are like brothers to me and sisters. They know, they phone you when you see the article in the paper, they'll phone you up, oh my gosh. You know, the only difference is there's only one council member, mayor, he's actually a mayor, that texts you or emails the damn stories at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's Manny Lozano. I don't know what the hell you're doing sending me so much email and stuff at 5 o'clock in the morning. The only thing worse than you right now is Steve Millard. You do it like at 4 o'clock in the morning, you start texting me all those damn articles on the water stuff. So, but truly, thank you for everyone. I was very fortunate to get elected up for San Gabriel Valley Water District. thank you for my 16 and a half years of service here, and I greatly appreciate everything the city's ever done for me in the politics. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I know that the first time I met Mike, I was standing on that side of the dais looking here with an issue as a resident. And I will never, ever forget how wonderful and caring they came across. That was Mike and Steve both. And that's why I think Mike is just so special. He cares. He cares about people. He cares about the community. He even cares about people that have been hurtful to him. He's an amazing, amazing person. And I remember they were campaigning, and I started getting involved and realizing, wow, this politics stuff is exciting. It's fun, and meeting people. And they had said to me, you should run someday. And I said, oh, no, I got enough people that don't like me that know me. I don't need people that don't know me not liking me. So it's kind of what the job's been about. And Mike has mentioned about the criticism, and I want to remind Mike, because you are an amazing person and you have an amazing family, and that's proof right there. Look at your kids and how you've raised them, and talking about how his brothers taught him. Well, one day my kids were fighting, and he said, just put them in a room, let them fight and see who comes out. And I thought, okay, is that how we work with our kids? No, he's a great guy. He's funny and fun, but I want to just say that criticism is only an opinion. It's only an opinion. It's not the truth. You're an amazing man, and you have changed so many lives. You have touched so many hearts. And one thing I got to say about this guy too, how does he remember everybody's names, where the district they're from, and the names? Because he cares about people. And I'm really bad with names. You're amazing. You're an amazing man. And one thing I want to say to you is, people don't remember what you have; they remember how you make them feel. And that is Mike. He has made this community care so much, and this is a great loss for us as a city. However, a great win for the Water District, and I'm sure you will serve them proud. So, Mike, thank you, and thank you everybody for coming. And we do have a real quick agenda. I know that there's an event after, so I will go as quickly as we possibly can. So again, thank everybody for coming tonight and being here in support of Mike. So with that concludes our comments, and we'll go on to our consent calendar.
Motion to approve all items except number 7, I believe.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Although item 7, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Councilmember Toohey, item 7.
Motion to adjourn into closed session.
Yes, I believe this time, Madam Mayor, it could be appropriate to recess into close. Well, item 6 was done on the consent.
Oh, I'm sorry. The consent
calendar.
doesn't include item 7. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
6.
So
1 through 5.
yeah, 1 through 5 is the
That's
consent.
fine.
So a
And then we
motion
haven't
to
heard-
approve the consent calendar. All in favor? We'll
Aye.
take that again. Aye. Okay, now we have item 6, which is our Human Resources Department, the urgency ordinance, authorizing contract public employees retirement system.
Motion to approve.
A motion. Do I hear a second? Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Unless there's comments, I apologize. Aye. Motion passes. Item number 7, which is the item that's for the consent appointment of the city manager.
This time, we'd ask the City Council to recess briefly into closed session, and then we'll possibly be coming out to take action.
Okay.
Motion to
Recess.
recess into closed session.
Do I hear a second? I'll second. Motion and a second to recess into closed session. All in favor, say aye.
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 You want to just do it right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go home. Mr. Governor.
Morgan. Go ahead and summer packet, put it up for your dad. Stack it back here, probably easiest. Thank you.
Got to make sure it gets shown to sign this.
What? Yes, you can. Mom's on her way down here right now. Yes, make sure people know we're coming. We're going. We have one meeting. We have one. He does. Swear to God, early. Swear. They go, huh? The hell? Did you see the taxi driver got ran over?
Are we waiting for Fred? Okay, everybody, if you could please take your seat so we can get this thing going. Thank you so much. Mr. City Attorney.
Madam Mayor, members of the City Council, the record should reflect the City Council with all 5 members present, recessed into closed session for discussion of the item that was on the agenda, the position of City Manager. At this time, we can go back. There is nothing to report, or no action out of closed session. However, you do have an item on your agenda, item number 7, for consideration of appointment of City Manager, and if you do so, to also approve a contract of employment for that position. So it would be appropriate to entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint to the position of City Manager in the City of West Covina, Chris Chung, our current Community Development Director.
Do I hear a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Motion carries 3-2.
And also, then at this time, to consider approving the employment agreement as presented. There was one typo, and that would take effect
Yes.
December 19th of 2012, not
2012.
2013.
Okay.
Motion to approve the employment agreement.
All second. All in favor of the employment agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
4-1.
With that, Madam Mayor, that concludes the agenda. It'd be appropriate to entertain a motion to adjourn.
We do have an adjournment that is on my desk at this time. This was on my desk, and I've been thinking about this evening. I think all of us are aware of what's going on around with Newton, Connecticut, and I don't know if I can do this.
You want me to read it?
With Sandy Hook Elementary School, with children of my own, and I just think about those families, and I just want to adjourn in all their memories and all their family. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims' families and the first responders. I know our police and fire services and what you do in your job and what you have to see and deal with. And I just wanted to have a moment of silence for those during these tough times and during the holidays, and just pray for those families. And I hope as legislators we can do something to prevent anything like this in the future.
Madam Mayor.
Councilmember Tui.
On top of this adjournment, we can also keep residents of our city, the Ortega family, who went through the Christmas Eve massacre. Part of the family lives in our city, and I know all the kids, and I know this is a very rough time of year for them as they go through Christmas Eve, where Santa Claus came in and killed all their family, all the aunts and uncles, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. So if we can keep the Ortega family, which one of the families live in West Covina, 5 of the kids do in the city of West Covina. We keep them in our thoughts and prayers.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for coming this evening.